Quick note before we jump into the video, I recorded this months ago and completely forgot about it. I knew that if I wanted to get a video done for this month, I would either have to sound like this the whole time, or I would have to find something that I had already recorded. So this is something I recorded a while ago. Sorry for that voice crack. I'm still sick. I've been sick for over a week. Let me tell you guys, I've never had the flu before, but it's really not fun, I've found. Stay safe out there and healthy. I just wanted to make this quick note before because I haven't even started the editing process, and I have no idea how old this actually is. Like, I have no memory of recording it. Yeah, okay. Let's jump into the video, and if you feel sick, please wear a mask, or be considerate and stay home. It's really not fun for immunocompromised people, or people in general. Alright, that's my last note. So sorry about this ramble.
Welcome, I'm Bobby Ditto, and here's the video. So we have gone through 3 of my digital sketchbooks, and today we are going through the 4th one. We start off with this piece of Becky, which I used to be so proud of. This was my Roman Empire. For probably like a year, I thought about this piece and I was like, wow, I've peaked, I'll never do anything better. Thankfully, I don't think that that's the case anymore, but I quite like the boots down here. I remember I spent so much time on them trying to get like the little fluffies and making this all sparkly. I even have like I imagine a chain goes like underneath, and so this is like the inside, and then this is facing out, and it has a little bee for Becky. I even had her nails painted, which I didn't usually do very often then. So this is from January of 2024. So yeah, I think I've gotten better at anatomy, but I still quite like this piece actually. Oh yeah, oh my gosh. Okay, so this was in an era where I would make an illustration and have a comic to go along with it. So this is the comic that goes along with that illustration, where Becky is not cold at all. And it's just like, oh, come on, like, this is a cute photo op, like, me sitting on this wall and there's snow everywhere, like, it's so cute. And Steve's, like, freezing to death. This is a very simple sketch that I did of Sean. I was going to originally have Kara next to him, but I kind of just liked how he looked, and I couldn't really figure out how to draw Kara at the time, so I was just like, meh, whatever, he'll just be by himself. I do like this one. I can also see a brush here in use that I no longer have, unfortunately, I think. Or is this one that I made? Is that Soundwaves? Doesn't look like it though, it looks like the original. I made a brush trying to be similar to this brush because I quite like the texture that this brush does, but mine doesn't do it quite as well. This was for Valentine's for 2024. I still really like how the boots came out. Like, okay, I know I'm like focusing in on that on like all the pieces. Like for Becky, it was the shoes. For this, it's the shoes, because that's just what I spent the most time on, I think. Like, and I even tried to make them look like scratched up and rough, and like if I drew this again, I would definitely add like a little dent in here, and it would match mine. My shoes have a dent because I've had them for a couple years now. I mean, I like pieces of this. I definitely draw people different now, but for the most part, it's still cute, I think. Oh, my heart. This one's so cute. This one, I still love. I still love this one. It's not my normal style, but I love it to death. And it's not canonically accurate because Emily is actually taller than Lance. But, I don't know. Maybe, like, if we zoomed out, he would actually be, like, on his knees sitting on a chair or something. We don't know. Yeah, and this is the version with Forever My Love. I used to save, like, multiple versions of a piece because I couldn't decide if I wanted it, with words or not. Oh, now this is another piece that I spent quite a lot of time on. This was one of the first times, I think. This was when I was kind of playing around with different line art coloring. You can see I kind of put the lighting in the line art. And again, the boots, they had some effort put in there. I actually, like, I like this piece. It's okay, but it's not my favorite anymore. I still really like the perspective. I would definitely do it differently now, and I can see issues with it, but that is good because that means that I've improved. Hopefully. Again, this was in an era where I would draw comics and, well, mini comics and sketches to go along with the illustrations for the post. So, oh, and apparently that was my 130th post. This piece is one I like, but I don't know. It's the same thing. I like it, but I can see things that at the time I was like, this is the best thing I'll ever make. And now I'm like, it's actually not. Like, I can see things that I would like to fix. Oh, this was to go with the Valentine's illustration. I like her little face, the little little blep. Oh, this was for the one where with the foreshortened boots. That's what this was for. I'm just going to breeze past all the comics. Oh, now this is a sketch that I randomly drew. It was like some concept art, which I'm also going to just kind of breeze past. Oh, this was for a video. Hey, do any of you guys remember this video? It was so long ago at this point. If you have been here since this video, that is quite a long time, and I thank you very much for that. This was something I made on Ibis on my Chromebook. Ew. Oh, here's some concept art for a character I don't think I've talked about on YouTube. Kala is an alien that's kind of similar to a reptile, if you can't tell. So this was kind of like the first real digital illustration I did of, well, it's not an illustration, but concept art. This is an illustration that I still think is quite cute. I've just noticed there's kind of a tangent happening here, or like very close to a tangent. But I still think that this one's cute. I would definitely redraw this one. And I like how you can kind of, like, if you actually looked at this, you could see Emily is taller than Lance by a little bit. So I do really like that. Sean's eyes are supposed to be green, but they're blue in this because it was for a black and white challenge. This was just a random little sketch. Oh, see, you can see me here trying to imitate that brush with a different brush, but it still wasn't working. And down here I used the one that I had made. Just some sketches, I suppose. Oh, okay. Maybe a MS Paint sketch. Alright, and this is the last one in the sketchbook, and it's actually, this was for Aligold64 for his new profile picture. New, even though it's like a year old at this point. It was new at the time. Yeah, over there he just plays a lot of games, so if you're into gaming content, you can go check him out. But yeah, even this, I'm like, ooh, I could remake this, make it better. But I do kind of like how the eyes are, like the little ring light. I think that's kind of nice. Yeah, and I think that's the whole sketchbook. We could go through another one, maybe. I mean, I've only been recording for like 10 minutes, so I could go through another one real quick. Alright, so this is what we're starting Sketchbook 5 on with. This one I actually hate. I hate this drawing. I hated it when I finished it, and I hate it now. This was probably for Congenital Adrenal Hyperplasia Awareness Month. Yeah, it looks like it. This was a comic for an illustration with, I think it was probably Lance, or maybe it was Emily and Lance. But yeah, it was just a little comic. Yep, more of that, because it was April. Now this one, I love him. I love him so much. And this is like, I really want to redraw this because I like this sketch. I think it's so cute. And like, you can see this one, I kept the sketch lines on because then you could see his little smile that he's hiding. And this is a comic that, a little mini comic that went along with it that I also wish I could redo because I think I'd do it better now. I'll just breeze past it. Now this is also a little mini comic that is some lore for Ariana and
Gems.
It's a character that I won't discuss very much, but here they are.
Gems.
And Ari. I really like this sketch a lot. Now, these are some sketches I don't like that much. Oh, this is that illustration that the Emily and Lance comics went along with. I used to mark my drawings differently, that's why they're all out of order. I quite like how Emily looks, which is funny because I only had a reference for Lance and I just drew Emily. This was for Groundhog Day. I think I was just sketching with my friends. I forgot about this sketch. Sketch of Haley and Kara, which is a rare sight. She's so much taller than her. Lance and Soup. I would really like to do some more illustrations of Lance now that I've updated his haircut. This one was still a weird one. Like, I don't know. I don't get, like, I think I could definitely render the skirt better and actually give Lance a cohesive outfit. Lance is happy when soup. Lance wins soup. Is that really that old? Also, I marked it as being made in 2034, which is very funny. This one, I went a little overboard with the stars, I think, but I do quite like it. I also can barely see, but you can see there's some grass down here. I still like this, I think. I thought at the time that her hair kind of looks like jelly, and I think it still does. Oh, here's a little sketch of Lucy. Little proper sketch. Oh, a meme. I see. Gosh, Lizzie looks so stiff. Yeah, this was for the first illustration, which I hate. I don't mind this comic, but yeah. And this was for the, this what goes along with the comics Ari and
Gems.
And I do still like this. I wouldn't really call it an illustration anymore. I really like the outfit. I was really trying to like flesh out the outfit for this kind of thing, for what Ariana is. Or I should say was, but now it is missing a few details because this was like one of the first times I ever drew this, so I didn't have the design fleshed out, but now I do. This was to go with the illustration that was in like space and starry. And this, I do like these lines. I don't really like the sketch, but all those 10 plus years, they never found out. Or if they were so unfortunate to. They were so unfortunate too. They really were so unfortunate too, because then nobody ever heard from him again. Little sketch of Lance. Again, like when I made these, I think I would have called them illustrations and drawings, but like they look way more like sketches now. My friends. Oh my gosh, bless her. My friend made me like cry my eyes out because she saw this and she drew Lance. I think I have a photo of it. I'll put it up on the screen for you guys to see now. It made me feel so very seen in a very specific way that most people don't see me. And like, yeah, it's Lance, it's my character, you know, but just somebody looking at this drawing and seeing straight out of cortisol and knowing more of the lore behind Lance and like that he has CAH like I have CAH. It warmed my little heart and it made me cry. Oh my. And that's the last drawing in there. So I think we've gone through Sketchbook 4 and Sketchbook 5. I don't know which drawing we should end on. Probably this one. I quite like this one. And I guess I'll just see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and comment below if you'd like to see more. Or, better yet, hit that subscribe button. That's right. I'm asking you to subscribe, which I don't do very often, and I'll try not to. And I will see you next time. Bye!